Hey folks, hi. How are you? Hello people. How are you all doing? Um, Hold on there. How is my connection from your end? Uh, Welcome. First of all, I want to see how the connection is. This is a brief interview with Hollywood legend John Amos. Mm-mm. My connection is not too good. Hold on. I'm right downstairs. The connection should be very strong. I want to see how the connection is. This is a short interview with Hollywood legend John Amos. Mm. Oh man, this thing should not tell me it wants to make me go down in the studio. Why is it doing this though? Do the 5G one. Okay. It said connection unstable. Oh my God. All right, folks. Let me see. You're gonna bear with me. It's blurry. That's correct. My nephew Musa Keita is blurry, and it should not be blurry. Cause I'm right. I have to go down in my studio, folks. I'm sorry. It looks like I have to. I don't have a choice. So bear with me. I'm gonna hold this computer, and I'm gonna go down in the studio. Bear with me. Okay. By the time we get down there, it should become stable. Musa Keita, you are the okay. I'm going down in the studio. Hold on, hold on. It should pick up. Let me put the lights on. Musa, you let me know when it's okay, yeah? My nephew Musa. All right. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I have to make sure the connection is great. Hold on. Okay. 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 All right. All right, folks. The legend is joining us any moment now. Hold on.
I have mine all the way up.
Good. Good afternoon.
If you can increase the volume, it would be helpful.
Okay. I'm gonna do something. This
Mr. Costa?
yes, sir. This is Henry Costa.
Yes, Henry. Is there any chance at all that you can increase your volume on your end? We've got ours up to the maximum now.
I'm gonna do that, sir. I'm gonna do that right now. Is it okay?
If that's the best we can do, that's what we'll have. But please proceed.
No, I think I can do better than that. I think it's okay now. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah, I hear you well enough. I put it right to my ear. Go ahead.
Oh no, then we have to do better than that. It has to be from your end. Can the people let him help you? Let him help you set it up so that you can be able to hear us loud enough because we're pretty loud and
This
you are
is,
loud as well. So you should be able to hear me
in
loud,
case let
loud
them know
enough,
this is
sir.
a very poor connection we have here.
Okay.
He's having trouble hearing because the volume needs to go up.
Yeah, I think that from his device
Well,
because it's
yeah, we have
pretty.
ours full volume.
Do you want to sign out and sign back
Well, we'll do
in?
the best we can, Mr. Costa.
Okay, but we can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
I
Oh,
I can barely hear you, sir. It's very poor
okay.
connection.
I think you should log out and come back in. Hold on. Let me call Dr. Kula. I think you should
I'm
log
sorry.
out and come back in or use another device. You should use another device because we can hear you just fine. Let him use another device. Let him use another device. Folks, um, Mr. John Amos is in Liberia, as you're all aware. And you know how the internet in Liberia can be bad. So we're trying to get him to connect on a better connection, to get on a better connection. Okay, let's see from here. Hello?
Yes. Hello, Mr. Costa. That's better. It seems to be better.
Yes, and I can hear you well enough too, loud enough. You're very
Yeah,
loud
I
and
hear you. Now we have a slight echo, but let us proceed.
okay, I know what the echo is. I think I just got rid of it.
Oh, we have a substantial echo. What
Okay.
to do?
I think I just got rid of the echo. That was the other connection was still active. I just removed
Yeah,
it.
that seems to be better. Let's go
So
ahead with the interview, and we'll do the best we can.
thank you very much. I'm sorry we got off on bad footing, but it's great to have you, and it's an extreme pleasure. As a kid growing up, I watched you perform magic on TV, and here I am. What a great honor it is to be interviewing you in flesh and blood. I am deeply humbled and honored.
I thank you, sir. I'm
So you
most
are in
anxious to.
Liberia. You were in Liberia since 1971, and you were back there. That's about 50 years ago. You want to walk us back down memory lane to talk about your good old days in Liberia and what took you there in the first place?
Yeah, well, the reason I came to Liberia for the first time was at the to shoot a documentary called "Grambling Takes It All Back Home." Grambling being the famous black university in the South. Grambling University was invited to the inauguration of then President Talbot, and we came up with the concept of Grambling Takes It All Back Home. And when I came to Liberia, I came as part of the Grambling entourage, if you would, or the Grambling collection of artists and musicians, and we had a wonderful experience with the Grambling band playing music in the bush with the indigenous musicians. And it was a wonderful experience. And I fell in love with Liberia then. It was my first time, and it became the first of many trips that I would make to the country. And I've tried to retain the relationship since then, but not just as a tourist, but as someone who could be instrumental in some small way to help this, particularly the students, the young people uh, acquire their objectives in regards to their education and their
Mhm.
respective missions. So please feel free to ask me questions.
Good. So that's what we're here. So I hear you say you love palm butter and cassava leaves. Have you had some of that since you returned to
You
Liberia?
better believe it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, and it was delicious and just as I remembered it.
That is awesome. That is very, very good. And the people, I heard you talk about your experience, how wonderful it was all those years ago, how hospitable and warm and accommodating. Do you still get that warmth and accommodating hospitality?
Absolutely. My son, Casey, who is an accomplished filmmaker, and I just had a wonderful dialogue with a young man who aspires to become a filmmaker at some point. He's a first year student here in Liberia, and he hopes to further his education as a filmmaker and as someone who can make a positive contribution to Liberia through his education and through his developed skills as a filmmaker. I intend to help him, amongst others, but him specifically because he seems very well focused and he seems to be on the right track towards pursuing his objective. So I'm encouraged by the opportunity that's been provided to me and to my son to share what meager resources we have in regards to helping him reach that objective.
Great. You have a career that spans over 40 years in film.
Yes,
And what an impressive career is. An Emmy nomination, the the NAACP Image Award. It has been a rewarding acting career. Would you say?
yes, I would say so. And I would point out the fact that my career began as a writer in television and in the industry. And I, with my son's help and his collaboration, I continued to write. In fact, my son Casey, who has his master's in live action film, is developing a what we call a biopic of my career. And needless to say, my experiences here in Liberia are a big part of that biopic. So rest assured, I will be mentioning Liberia substantially because it's
Wow,
had a tremendous impact on me in a very positive way.
that is fantastic. What a great service. It would be a great help to our country to just project that on the world stage because your movies they are fantastic. You were in
Thank you,
the
sir.
famous Coming to America in 1988 and then in 2021. I mean that's almost what almost 20 years apart or more than 20 years apart. When they reached out to you and said they
Yes,
were doing a sequel uh, and they wanted you to still play a role, I mean, what was your reaction after 20
I'm
years since the
sorry.
first? The Coming
Well,
to
it was.
America movie.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question, please?
The question was when they reached out to you, the first Coming to America movie, that great role you played in 1988 when it came out, and then it came back to you 2021, over 20 years later. What was your reaction when they asked you to still play a role in the sequel of Coming to
Well,
America?
on a very on a very pragmatic level, I was grateful for the opportunity to work with Eddie Murphy again in what I hoped would be a replication of the success we had with the first Coming to America, and to some degree, it was repeated, though it did not enjoy the same acclaim and success that the original did. But we have hopes of furthering our relationship with Liberia, where we can have young filmmakers give us their ideas so that we can tell a more accurate and a more sensitive story about the development of Liberia despite the challenges that the country has faced because of the war and various other things. And now the pandemic, of course, has slowed things down even more appreciably than the war did. But I see daylight ahead, and I see progress being made, slowly but surely being made, because of the young people like those who my son and I just had a dialogue with. Um, they offer me hope and encouragement that we are on the right track by continuing these relationships, and with young people like yourself in the media. You are a big part of the things that keep encouraging me to continue to work with Liberians so that we can all reach our mutual objectives.
Mr. Amos, you could have been anywhere else in the world or comfortably in your home in the United States, particularly at this time of year, this festive season, when people spend it with their families. But you chose to be in Liberia at this time when they reached out to you. Why?
I chose to be here knowing that it would be away from my family to a degree, though my son is here with me, so that alleviates some of the pain and some of the loneliness that I would have felt had I chosen not to come. But I did come, and he cheerfully, gratefully accepted my invitation to join me, and he's been a tremendous help to me and also a tremendous encouragement to some of the young people, because someone his age, much younger than myself, being successful. He has his master's degree in live action film. He has a great deal to offer. Even I might say, in some respects, more to offer than I do as an older actor, and I could have endless dialogues with those young people who aspire to become actors. But the more meaningful dialogue I would hope to have in the future, as we're having now, would be with those young people who aspire to become filmmakers and storytellers and book writers. This is what is needed if the true story of Liberia is to be told, and how we've overcome some of the incredible, seemingly insurmountable challenges that the country and its young people are faced with. We can help. I can help in a small way. And as I go about this mission, my son and I go about this mission, we find more and more people, experienced older people, who are willing to join us on that mission. In fact, I'm joining them because some of these efforts are already in place and moving forward, though the evidence of their progress may not be immediately tangible. It is coming, and I have faith that we can make a definite positive impact as long as there are young people like yourself in the media who are willing to offer us a platform to speak.
Mr. Amos, I'm told your birthday is coming up shortly. I want to say happy 82nd birthday to you. Pre 82nd. That's a huge milestone, and you look fantastic, man. For 82. I'm telling you.
You're a dip,
What is the
you are
what
a
is the secret?
diplomat. You are a diplomat as well as being very flattering. But
Oh no,
thank you.
I am not being flattery at all. You, man, for an 82-year, what is the secret? Please tell us. Why do you look so good still? Because you've always
Palm
looked good.
butter, palm butter. That's the secret. I
But
found a restaurant. I found a restaurant in Atlanta with a Liberian cook who makes some of the best palm butter I've had since I had my first palm butter dish
in Atlanta,
many,
of
many
all
years ago.
places.
So every once in a while, I will contact her. She will freeze some and send it to my home in Colorado. So I would suggest to anyone that they include palm butter in their diet. It will keep you young and keep you strong and vibrant. Yeah, absolutely.
That is amazing. All that natural organic palm juice.
You got it. You got it. You know what to do.
I know, I know. Well, Mr. Amos, it is indeed a great pleasure, a great extent. People are just happy that you're in the country. It's a good feeling. I look forward to actually meeting you in flesh and blood one of these days. But it's been my honor. We're not gonna hold you too long. Today's Christmas Eve. I know you've got some things to do. You're a very busy man. I want to say thanks to your son. Maybe I could say shout out to him as well, and for what he's doing. I can see you virtually passing the torch to him. We look forward to that biopic that he's working on, and
Yes,
particularly
sir.
with Liberia being featured in it. It's just exciting. I want to say thanks to him for accompanying you to Liberia when he too could have been so many places. And it's just incredible. We're grateful. We thank you. We were excited when Dr. Clarice Fall and the rest of the team told us that you were coming. We just looked forward to it. It sounded a little too good to be true, but here it is. It's happened. And enjoy the rest of your stay in the country. And God bless you. God bless you. Let's just give you a minute to close up, sir. Whatever it is you want to say.
I thank you so much for the blessing, and I wish you and your family and all those that you embrace through your program the same. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Godspeed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, folks, there you have it.
Thank you,
That is
sir.
Hollywood legend in flesh and blood, Mr. John Amos. He is in Liberia for the 200, the bicentenary. Liberia is celebrating 200 years of its inception since 1822. You remember when the settlers arrived. Mr. Amos is no stranger. We all know him the word famous for his marvelous performances in some of the best movies that have hit the big screen. He's in Liberia for that celebration. I'm told it's going well. His hands are full. He's having, a great time, enjoying the palm butter and cassava leaves on the ground, meeting old friends, reconnecting, and it's just been an incredible pleasure having him. And he's accompanied by his son, who himself is a writer in the industry, and they're working together. That man must be very blessed to have a father as great as John Amos, and John Amos himself must be equally blessed to have a son as his son, or to have him as his son and passing the torch on to him. So the interview will be up, of course, as you know, and I expect tens of thousands of you will watch later on. Thanks to all of you who have watched. Merry Christmas to you and your family. God bless you. May God keep you safe. Bye bye.